Welcome to a Beyond the Beach scuba adventure. The diver leading you into this adventure is famous WKPP deep cave diver Bill Mee, a longtime dive buddy of Sandra and myself. This adventure began a little over 4 years ago because of a story from an old-time fisherman who'd plied the waters off Palm Beach just after World War II. This old-timer told a friend of ours about a day and a night during a full moon close to 60 years ago. The oceans were even more wild back then. He said that they'd found this place, a place that can make you rich or it could kill you, sort of a Las Vegas of fishing. It had the promise of filling a big boat with fish or of swallowing a boat whole. Rogue wave or Leviathan, fishermen have great stories. Sharks here were as large as some fishing boats and with an insane hunger. The old guy said, fall in the water from a misstep here and you'd never step again. He said the sharks were the sheriffs of the deep, and fishing could make them crazy mad. Below the boat were cattle-sized and car-sized fish everywhere. The best night ever was what this old guy talked about, the day that he got rich but almost died. As the story passed to my friend about a certain day and night in the fall with an enormous full moon, we realized that this may well be the full Monty, the once-per-year mating aggregation of Goliath groupers. This was an event unseen by human eyes and only guessed about by marine scientists. This could be the needle in the haystack, the right night, the right time, the right place. 4 years ago, when we did this first ever spawning event dive with a research team, it was an event unseen by human eyes. The mission, the adventure, was to bring back information on a spectacular but endangered species, the Goliath grouper. This fish had been hunted to the brink of extinction just 20 years ago. Now it has recovered and it is aggregating off of Palm Beach. 1 month out of every year, they aggregate, but its recovery is still threatened. So on this dive we did last Sunday off of Splashdown Dive Charters in Boynton Beach, on the wreck of the CASTOR, we had Goliaths all around us. We found ourselves diving in a fish tank of sorts. It was a three-dimensional world where there was too much to see all around you for you to see everything. Some divers found their way into the midst of intense action with more life around them than they could comprehend at the time. A few others waited for the more docile Goliaths to visit them. There were constant noises, bellows by the Goliaths, and an even louder high-pitched noise coming from Sandra. Sandra was so excited about making friends with these big fish, she pretty much ignored Bill and I, and for around 40 minutes straight, we just heard this noise. Sandra, do your sound. It's the noise that we heard non-stop all dive.
I'm sorry, I am figuring that these gentle giants are curious about that noise, so they're coming over to me. Maybe they think I'm a dolphin. I'm only hoping. But unfortunately, some of the divers believe that they come over and hang out still by me because they're staring at their reflection in my port.
We and others have captured footage that the marine scientists have used to better understand how Goliaths can continue to recover their population sizes to what they were before overfishing almost wiped them out as a species. And now, we also know so much more about these gentle giants that the major charter boats off of Palm Beach run dive trips for tourists where you can have essentially the same adventures we did. After 4 years of diving with them, and after 4 of these spawning events, it's truly amazing how well the best operators have set up special dives for the Goliaths, like this one on the show today. These dives have become easy. We know very much what to expect. Unlike the first time we did this 4 years ago and we had no idea if the Goliaths would be annoyed by us or if the sheriffs of the reef, the big bull sharks or tiger sharks, would be out patrolling and harassing divers. Of course, we learned the Goliaths really have no sheriffs around when they aggregate, and when it's their party, they are the sheriffs. And of course, today we also know that the tiger and bull sharks are really no threat to us at all. We're not in their menu. Look for some amazing new insights into shark behavior and human safety in the water in our episode next week by my good friend Jim Abernathy, dubbed The Shark Whisperer by ABC World News and Nightline.